Loki is bare minimum Yonko level. He is someone with ridiculous strength, his Haki is off the charts, and considering his Devil Fruit might just be on par with Nika, or at the very least would be close to it, in theory, he does seem like he'll be quite a monster, and of course it is backed up by a lot of evidence, especially the murals, showing that Loki was a part of the great battle in history, or at least a variant of Loki was in the past. It really goes to show us that Loki is someone who is incredibly powerful. Of course, I'm not just saying this without reason, there's quite a lot of evidence to back this up, and even though we haven't exactly seen him go all out or truly reveal even his Devil Fruit, I actually believe we already have a very decent idea on just how strong Loki is. So let's answer that question in this video. How strong is Loki, the one who surpasses even the Yonko? And of course, if you love One Piece content like this, be sure to subscribe. I make it sound like this. And let's just get right into this. So there's several reasons on why I think Loki is so powerful. The first one is his Haki. It does seem like his Haki is off the charts. I mean, just considering the fact that Luffy sensed him all the way down there, and Luffy's reaction was, as you can see on the panel, I wouldn't say he was scared, that's quite a stretch, but at the very least he was saying that this is quite a presence, which is quite rare of him to say that for anybody. I mean, it kind of reminds me of when Law said the Haki of Big Mom and Kaido was so strong that he wasn't even able to move them with his Devil Fruit, that simply with the Haki alone he was able to resist the Devil Fruit's effects. It feels like Loki would be someone who would be able to do that. Again, there's no real evidence to say that he could, but just given Luffy's own reaction to the Haki, and considering the level that Luffy is currently at, where his Haki rivals, even Kaido's, I'm not saying Loki's got better Haki than Luffy, but I'm just saying it's something that even shakes Luffy up. It does seem, at the very least, Loki's Haki is tremendous, and that is important because Kaido himself said Haki transcends all, and it's very interesting when we see Loki use his weapon and strike the World Tree with it, the Atom Tree, we can see that there are Haki streaks in that clash as well. It's coated around his weapon as he begins to use it, and it's clearly different than the actual lightning that strikes the island. So these are two different lightnings. You can see there's the black Haki lightning on his weapon, he strikes the tree, then the actual white normal lightning hits it, and even next to the white lightning we see streaks of black lightning, which does seem to be his Haki. And it should go without question that this guy very likely has Conqueror's Haki. It's not confirmed at all, and I should have said this in the beginning of the video, this is all theoretical, but it's just my opinion on how strong Loki very likely will be. So this is one of those things where you can easily rewatch this in a couple months or a couple years, and you can see how accurate I was in some areas and maybe I was wrong in some other areas. But the point I'm trying to make is I really do believe that this guy is monstrous, and considering the fact that he is the son of a king, so he does have royal blood in him, that very likely does help to the fact that he very likely has Conqueror's Haki. I mean, it just tends to be these type of characters are predestined to have Conqueror's Haki. He is a prince and very likely may even be the ruler of Elbaf by the time this arc ends, if there even is an Elbaf left, which I think there will be, but that's up for debate what's going to happen there. But I do think it's fair to assume for now that he does have Conqueror's Haki, and of course this is important since the strongest characters in the world have Conqueror's Haki, since that is what gives you the ability to use advanced Conqueror's Haki, which is very deadly. More so than anything, it's just the fact that he's so powerful. I mean, his streaks of lightning of his Haki are seen going up to the clouds and even across the island of Elbaf, which goes over the clouds. I want to remind you that Elbaf is not a normal island, this is an island for giants, meaning that these streaks of lightning spanning over this island and even going above them are far bigger than a normal island. Imagine this island is 10 times bigger than a normal island, and just considering the fact that you can see in this picture where his Haki streaks go that far, and even his Devil Fruit feats, which it could be the ability of his weapon called Ragnar, or it could even be his own Devil Fruit, regardless of which it is, it's the fact that he has such an insane feat that this much lightning is produced. I mean, if he was on a normal island, this one strike of his hammer, I mean, this probably isn't even the full extent of his abilities, this is just a portion of his abilities, not even his full power. And considering that he's on death's door and he's doing this, I mean, imagine if he was to strike a normal island with this blow, that would destroy the island without question. I mean, that lightning bolt should incinerate that island. This guy with a single strike is showing Yonko level feats right now. It's absolutely insane, and that's another thing I want to talk about. This motherfucker is huge. I mean, he is almost 70 meters if not taller. He makes the other giants look like insects. It's absolutely absolutely insane how big he is. I mean, Oz was said to be 70 meters, 67 meters exactly around that height, and he is as tall as Oz, as at least that was what was said by Zoro and Luffy in this chapter. And the fact that he, again, making other giants look smaller when giants themselves are so ridiculously powerful. I mean, we've seen what the two giant captains are capable of doing with their raw strength. This guy is a monster. Just imagine you give someone the size of Oz, the Haki of Luffy, and a godly broken devil fruit, which we'll talk about now. Of course, it's going to be a cocktail for one hell of a monster, and the fact that he very likely is Yonko level should not surprise anyone at all. And here's the thing, it does seem like he got his devil fruit recently when he was captured. I know it was many years ago when he got his devil fruit, went out on sea, then he was defeated by Shanks. I don't think that's an anti-feat. I think Shanks is ridiculously powerful. I mean, hey, if you've seen my previous video, you know where I scale this guy, but I don't think that's a feat to say he's not as strong as a Yonko, considering the fact that Shanks even made Kaido back down. Kaido, the 100 beast, absolute maniac Kaido, who wanted to go to Marineford and kill everyone, he made him back down. So that goes to show just how strong Shanks is, more so compared to the other Yonko. And again, I want to say that this is just my own personal theory, but Shanks did defeat him many years ago. Who's to say he hasn't gotten stronger, even though he was in chains? There is this whole weird thing in One Piece where even if you're tied up or locked up, you can get stronger for some reason over this time, and even just a month or shorter amount of time can make you stronger. I mean, hey, we've seen characters who are not even as strong as Doflamingo or Cracker. They're not even 4th commander level of a Yonko crew, like Kid or Law. Just with like a month or two of training, which is just off screen, they're not even that serious training, suddenly be comparable to admirals. Well, okay, not as strong as admirals, but comparable to first mate Yonko crews. Just very powerful, just in a very short span of time for no reason. So it wouldn't shock me if Loki just suddenly became much more powerful if he got adept at using his devil fruit. But I think already, given everything we've seen, his level of strength, his Haki, and just the pure destructive power that this guy has, and his endurance is off the charts. I mean, getting up just like this when he's on death's door and doing all this, of course, this guy is no joke. He is a menace, and I want to say his devil fruit is something to be very feared of, if even the giants of Elbaf are terrified of his devil fruit. Now, of course, this goes just too deep into theory crafting, where, you know, what is his devil fruit? Is it the world serpent fruit? Is it the evil Nika fruit? Is it the Thor god of thunder fruit? There's so many theories going around on what his fruit could be. I'm not here for theories. I'm just really here to say how strong he is and how strong I do believe he will be, so you can look back on this video and say, hey, Kyle Crimson was right about all these things. But his devil fruit is definitely going to be something ridiculously powerful. It's not even clear if the thunder is from his own devil fruit or his weapon's devil fruit. I've seen people say that the weapon is the one that ate the devil fruit, since he does have these sea stone cuffs on him, so maybe his devil fruit wouldn't be able to be used, but which in and of itself is a strange debate. So I mean, I could see it being both ways, where maybe it's his own fruit or maybe it's the weapons, but I think more than likely it might just be his own, since creating thunderstorms from the sky and manipulating the weather does seem like a godlike fruit, and he very likely does have a godlike fruit. So regardless, having a giant the size of Oz with Haki insanely powerful that even shakes Luffy, giving him a godlike devil fruit, whatever this devil fruit is going to be, is another reason as to why he's so powerful. Now, I'll get into some narrative reasons. The one, like I said earlier in the video in the beginning, the mural where we see him in the past, it does very likely seem to be Loki, or at least his ancestor or someone like Loki in the past, helping out with Nika against the enemy back in the day. This just shows you that he is someone of such importance that even back then it would highlight him alongside Nika. He is the exact same as Nika, the highlight he gets in this, so I do think in the final war he's going to be of vital importance, and just even throughout history, whoever the previous Loki was, or his ancestor, whoever it was simply that powerful, goes to show just how much power this monster has. And another narrative point I want to say, and again, this is just purely narrative, so if you don't agree with this, that's completely fine. It's all subjective. I mean, hey, everything in this video is subjective, so you can let me know your own opinions in the comments below. It's the fact that he's got the main character archetype, and this really tells me that he is someone who's going to be powerful. What is this main character archetype? Now, throughout some arcs in One Piece, we've had characters who are like Luffy, the main character of this island, and they even have traits like Luffy. So one character was Wiper, another character was Odin, and now we have Loki. I will say, compared to all the other ones, the one who is far closest to Luffy is Loki. I mean, how his willpower is just pushing onto the other people, how he even says Luffy's name wrong just like Luffy does with other people, how he befriends animals just like Luffy, how he does have a kind heart inside, where people think Luffy's a monster. You know, if you see in the news, everyone thinks, oh my god, he's like evil, he's gonna eat me, he's a Yonko, but in reality, Luffy is actually very kind inside. I feel Loki is the exact same as Luffy. We'll see this as more as the arc goes on, but I do feel like he's completely misunderstood, and he is a very good character, not really that daring of a guess. You know, I think most of us can predict this, and probably for a lot of this arc, he's going to be painted as a villain, but we all know very likely he's not really the villain, and it's going to be explained by the end why he was doing these things and why he's actually actually in the right. But this is very important since I do think these characters tend to be very powerful in comparison to the other characters in that arc. So we saw how strong Wiper was, not really, I mean, he did make it to the final 5 of Skypiea, but then he got cooked by an L, but Odin was very powerful. I mean, Odin even defeated Kaido back in the day, but of course, due to dirty tactics, that's why he lost, and it seems like they're just getting stronger and stronger as the arcs go on, and of course, now we have Loki, who seems to be terrifyingly powerful. And it does seem like if history has anything to say, Loki will be very important for the final arc of One Piece, and he will be involved. So at the very least, his power scaling should compare to the final end of series power scaling, which doesn't surprise me considering the fact that everything I said before, he's Oar-sized, he's far taller than the colossal Titan in Attack on Titan, right? Which is only 50 meters, he's 70 meters almost. He's got a god devil fruit, his Haki is off the charts. I mean, what more do you need from this guy? If anything, it just goes to show how strong Shanks is, and once again proving my point why Shanks is the God King, but that's a completely different video for another day. My next one coming out, oh, be ready for that one, guys. That next Shanks video is, it's gonna be controversial, but point being, I think Loki is very, very powerful, right? I think he's very special, and I do think as time is gonna go on, it's gonna prove my point of me saying this guy is a Yonko level character. If not, he has the potential to be someone even stronger than that. I think this guy is right here someone who's comparable to Kaido, to Big Mom, and I think he might even be stronger than those two, which is crazy to say, but hey, it is what it is. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, it helps out a ton. Thank you. And of course, if you want to see more One Piece videos just like this, be sure to subscribe. I got a ton coming on the way, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Just how strong do you think Loki is? Do you agree with me in some points? Do you disagree? I mean, hey, it's completely fine if you got your own opinion. We'll see how strong he actually is as time goes on in these coming months, but I do think, I hope this video will age well. That's all from me. Have a great day and take care, guys. Thank you. Pakadera.